Hello and welcome to this video. Now in this video I'm going to show you how you can easily and simply set up your own custom domain name by following these steps. Okay, so first of all, you may already have a workspace set up, and here's some examples. So this would look like, and in order, if you did want to update a particular workspace already with a custom domain name, you would simply come through the process of editing the workspace, and you can see the field here, custom domain name, which is optional, and that's where we put the custom domain name and also include www. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to walk you through the exact same steps as if you were starting from scratch, and they also apply to you also coming back to edit workspace. So it's exactly the same process. So let's go ahead and select add workspace. Let's call it let's call it name here, company name. Okay, company name demo, and let's put I guess a subdomain demo X. And here is the important part. Okay, so you can actually add, make sure you add your custom domain name here, and you'll kind of see in the background there is essentially an example where you can put marketing dot and then your custom domain name. So if I go ahead, let me paste my domain name, okay, directly into there. And you can actually get extension where instead of .com or .co.uk or org, they can be different extension X, Y, Z, which I've got. However, when you are now sending visitors, this is essentially where you're going to be sending them directly. Now, what we can do, so say for example, if your website is currently being used, okay, if it's currently being used to send people directly, maybe it's a blog or homepage or something that's already dedicated, then what we can do at the very start of the custom domain name, there's nothing stopping us from adding, a subdomain name to our custom domain name. So say for example, if I type in private dot, and you can see now I've got a subdomain name as part of my main custom domain name. So that's something I can do. You can have it as anything, app or whatever it may be. So it creates, a subdomain name upon your custom domain name. So your blog or your homepage or whatever page or domain name or whatever is running on your main direct domain name, it does not get affected. But for this example, let's keep it as simple as possible. So now I've added it. You can see this has now appeared, include www. Okay, so typically, yes, when you go to a URL, it's like HTTP, okay? And what we want to do, make sure you include www. Okay, it's going to be the same process, and I'll walk you through exactly how you would actually propagate that or set that up in your DNS records of your domain service provider. So hopefully that makes sense so far. So just go ahead and, add your name, your company name, your subdomain name. However, for this, we are going to set up a custom domain name, and we'll go ahead and select OK. Once we do that, we'll give it a few moments to add, and you can see now it has been added. So what we want to do, let's go ahead and let's find the one that's been added. And you can see here, its name here has now been added. And what I want to do, if I scroll down, okay, I can actually set this as a home page, but I'm not going to do that right now. Let's select edit workspace, and you can see this is exactly what we've just created. Okay, so anytime if I want to remove that custom domain name and just leave it as using ClickSitesPages.com or ClickSitesAI's subdomain name, I can do so. However, I just want to show you that it has now been saved. Now, what we now need to do is go to this icon here where it says View DNS Records. I simply select View DNS Records, and it'll open up a brand new window. Okay, so for this, I know it might look a little bit daunting, but I hope I'm going to walk you through the steps to show you it really is very simple to actually set up. So it says set up your custom domain to point your custom domain name, which is going to be this, okay, my website builder, to your ClickSites workspace. So we've got add these elements here to our domain name registrar. Okay, so what I now need to do, you can see I've got this information here, and if I click it, it'll actually copy to a clipboard, and then I would essentially paste it into my domain registrar, which I'm going to show you right now. So you've got the type, it's showing you exactly what you need, the type, the name and the host, and the value should point to. Okay, so what we do, I'll jump into my domain registrar, which is Namecheap here, and I would simply go to the section, or depending on what you're using, you simply want to go to the DNS record of the domain name. Now, anytime you need any help, please do not hesitate to contact the support desk of your domain registrar. Okay, they will be more than happy to direct you and point you in the right direction how you can actually access your DNS records for that particular domain name. Now, for this one, in Namecheap, you can see it's got domain, products, transfer, and advanced DNS. Now, as I scroll down, this is what I'm looking for. There's actually no records at the moment. So I want to select add new record. Once I select add new record, it's got this drop down, right? So what I need to do, let me jump back into ClickSitesAI, and you can see it says the type. Remember the type? CNAME. And they're both CNAME, okay? So I've got CNAME here, right? So I come back and I check, okay, is CNAME there? Yes, look, CNAME record, fantastic. Now it's actually populated a brand new window, so you can actually see CNAME record, and now it's asking for a host and a value. So I go to the host, I can jump back into ClickSitesAI, and it says, look, name and host. So here I can copy this to the clipboard, I return back, and I paste this directly into the host section, okay? So here you can see, okay, so I've got the @ sign. So instead of adding, my website builder, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to come back. Let's just see. So you got a choice. It's actually telling you got a choice. Either have the @ sign or select my website builder, your domain name directly into the field. So here you can see I've got the @ sign, and I also have the website here, my domain name. So I've got a choice of choosing both. I don't want to do both. I want to simply select the @ sign. Let's keep this really, really simple. So can you see now I've got the @ sign? Fantastic. Next, I come back and it says value to point at. Let me just copy this. So I'm looking for the value. Okay. So value, I come back to my domain and you see the value. That's the target. I paste, and now it has pasted that directly into the field. I simply select save changes and give it a few moments, and it's now been added. Now what we need to do, return to the site, and it's actually, we need to do the same process but add this record also, which was the www. Okay, so I come back to CNAME, same process, add new record like so, and the next part was www. I can actually copy this to the clipboard. Let's go ahead and paste that or type that in, that's not a problem. And there you can see that's been accepted. I come back now to the value to point at, copy to clip, and I simply paste. Okay, now once I've pasted that, you can see it's populated in the window, and I simply select save changes. Now those changes have been added. I return back, and you can see now it's telling me that the DNS changes may take up to 48 hours to propagate. So what that means, it will take about up to 48 hours, maybe sooner, but we say about 48 hours for it to completely integrate and it's accepted. And remember, there are some really important information here. Just so you know, but we follow the steps, and now we need to follow one more step just to make sure everything is propagated. But no, to be honest, it has been propagated, but we can actually come to a new tab. Let's open a new tab like so, and I can come to this window and I can type in DNS checker. Okay, so everything has been set up. That's all the steps we need to do, and let's just come to this tool here, DNS propagation, and this will allow us to actually see what's happening. Okay, so let me just go and grab my domain name. Okay, and every now and again I can come and check. I want to make sure, look, here's the same record. I come to CNAME. Let's go ahead and paste, and now I search. Now what this is going to show that, okay, look, it's already it's propagating. You can see where all the ticks are. These are already set up. However, for some of them, they're not set up right now. Okay, so always make sure you come and you check, and once they're all green, you are ready to go. So what another way I can do it also, if I go to the website directly and I go and search, let's see, is it set up yet? Okay, so you can see it is connected now, okay, because it's going to a 404 page, which is ClickSitesAI. So it is set up, and now I'm actually ready to go and start building pages based on my own custom domain name. So what I could do, simply, let's go ahead to pages. And if I go ahead and let's just jump into any page, I guess, just as a test. Let's go ahead to the portfolio page. If I go to edit, and what I want to do when I go to publish, you can see now, if I go to the particular workspace in question, you got my website builder that we've just done, and check this out. Now you can see the domain name is showing as my website builder, and then it's got, you know, the pathway which I can change, and I can make it, you know, just shorter. And you can see that actually short on there is, I can actually now save this, or I can click it and it will open it up directly. Once I save, you can see, yes, we must save it first. When we go back to publish, if I click it now, and there you go, the page is now live, working on the domain name I have set up. So very simple steps. And if I now return back to the dashboard, if I go back to the workspace, and if I scroll down, you can see here now it is now set and ready to go. So everything has been set up successfully, and hopefully you've enjoyed this video, how you can actually set up your custom domain name following these really simple steps. Just by simply, whether you go to add a workspace or you edit your existing workspace, just follow these simple steps of name, company name, subdomain name, and this is where you would add your custom domain name, and then also include www. And then you are good to go. So hopefully you've enjoyed this short video, and any more help you may need, please do not hesitate to contact support today. Okay, so apart from that, I shall see you in another video. Okay, take care.